Whoops.
Whoops. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
What is that?
Simpsons.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a really nice one. So, strike one. Strike one. We've got a strike system now. For everyone, we only made 3 mistakes. Hey.
woo! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sausage Boys podcast. This is your host. I go by the name of the South Coast Poster Child, aka the mannequin from Newtown. Jackson Grant.
Who's here, everyone? Who's here?
Hi.
Hey, how you going?
Yo, and our co-host is here as always.
We're a bit nervous. I'm a bit nervous right now.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous.
Let's be completely honest. We're very nervous.
We're very nervous, man.
It's good to be nervous.
Am I blushing? I feel like I'm blushing.
I'm blushing.
Your face is on fire.
Yeah, and to my left we've got the Terry Crews of Sydney,
Hello.
aka the Steamroller, Karim Diallo.
It's the most tense I've ever been doing the doing the intros ever.
Can you make your pec stance?
Can I do the? I think I can do a little bit of a pec dance.
Sure you could.
Why didn't you ask me that?
I was about to. You were next. I was going in order.
And yeah, that voice is a voice of a very funny guy. He goes by the name of Ben Kochan, aka Ben Kochan.
Which we've been calling him all week.
Just around the house.
Yeah, literally just in conversations for a long time now.
I've been saying it 3 times into the mirror,
And then I appear.
and then you have appeared. I guess it worked out.
Yeah.
I was literally had a bit sort of like Ben the Coachman. So I was thinking about
Yeah.
a good Instagram handle because Kochan, you can do a lot with it.
And I am a tennis coach.
You really?
So it works. If
Kochan, the
Why you
coach
take-
man.
Exactly.
What about just like everyone calling you Coach? Be like, yeah, Ben Kochan. People just call me Coach.
I don't mind that.
You're a tennis coach.
Every now and then a kid I'm coaching will say, call me coach. I'm like, God, that feels good.
And it's a very nice feeling to be called Coach.
Oh, it's like there's no better feeling.
Yeah,
I think it's better than being called doctor or something.
Yeah, because it's like you're a master of this. It's like
Yeah.
I'm a coach. I'm going to tell you how to do this.
Exactly. Yeah, and there's respect in it. You know,
Yeah.
Coach.
Do people
Thank you,
call each other
Coach.
coach? Like we do the boss thing.
Boss.
Have we ever done the whole, hey, coach,
Yeah.
can you just grab coach, I'll just grab a cappuccino.
Yeah, you have to earn
True.
coach.
You do
Yeah.
have to own coach.
Yeah, unless you drive a coach, and maybe they can get called coach
That's
as
actually
well.
very true. Because they got the clothing brand Coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a Coach. I think it's like a high fashion. It's like a British brand or something like that called Coach.
It's like you're doing your coaching. No one's calling you coach, so you go and buy a bunch of Coach brand.
Yeah. Guys, I got a real problem with the group. No one's calling me coach. We can sort this out.
I spent
Great.
thousands of dollars on this
Yeah.
Coach attire.
Talk to their
With hopes.
parents. Yeah, the kid's not coming along well. It's just they're not calling me coach.
So you're literally a tennis coach.
Yeah.
Right. Gosh. How long you been doing? Do you play tennis as well?
I
It's like,
I
no, I've
play
never
tennis
played
while
a day in
I'm
my life.
coaching. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never played a day in my
I
life.
coach, but I just stand on the sides and yell at people, and they hit to a ball machine. Yeah, I don't play competitively, but I mean, I have to play for the job.
Right. So you used to play pretty at like a higher level, I guess?
High-ish, not too high. I was never very good at winning matches.
That's always a tricky one.
Yes.
When you want
You're
to.
too busy giving the other person advice.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling them how to beat me. I'm like, hit to my backhand. It's a bit weak today.
Dang it. Because that's the thing. Can we return one of your serves? That's always a good test
yeah.
if someone's a good tennis player.
I'd say, yeah, maybe.
We probably could.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah, I highly doubt it as well. That's someone who actually knows what they're
Depends how much
what they're
spin
doing.
I'm putting on it. Maybe I'll slice it into your body.
Are
My
you good at like the table tennis as well? Does that transfer over?
Absolutely.
Really? So you can nail it. in
I
table
feel like
tennis.
tennis of all the like racket sports is the hardest one. So it's like,
Right.
I mean, not to come off as arrogant here, but like if I play squash,
Yeah.
I mean, unless I'm playing a professional squash player, I'd be
Basically,
like-
anyone can do squash.
I mean, squash is easy.
Is it?
I mean, it's
I thought it was
not
very
easy, but it's
difficult,
like you just got to
physically.
whack it at a wall. And you
That's
can
true.
whack it as hard as you can. In tennis, there's a bit of finesse. You got to keep it inside the lines.
What
you got
about,
a bit of a line thing going
What
on.
about, what's it called? Badcock?
Badcock, yeah.
Oh,
that's-
badminton?
Adcock?
Oh, yeah, and a shuttlecock. Or is that a different league?
What's that? What your girlfriend puts on social media after you have There's someone there, folks.
There's something there.
There's something going on.
Something there. Yeah, badminton.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're thinking of badminton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Badcock. I've never heard of that term for
Well,
it.
we use a shuttlecock in badminton.
Yeah.
Why is everything saying very sexual in these?
Very sexual. Yeah, it's very sexual.
Yeah, coach. Why? Hit the showers.
So it's 14 penis right now. That's another
Yeah.
word for love when we play badminton.
Yeah.
You don't get any points. You remain on penis. Then you slowly make your way up.
That's really good.
I like that one.
Should we get into some little pluggerooskies? Because we got a show
you-
coming up. We got to.
You plug
Yeah,
early.
we do plug a little bit early.
I
We're
like that.
trying new things out.
Yeah.
So what do we got coming up? We got a live show.
Yeah, we got a live show on the 15th, I think.
15th of July.
15th of July. Oh, no, 13th of July. Yeah. And the last one was 6. So come down. Sausage
it
Boys
was a lot of
Live.
fun. Sausage Boys
Where do you
Live,
do that?
everyone.
Newtown Hotel.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this will be our third time round.
Do people bring sausages?
We had I think we just have this sausage.
Yeah.
We had some audience members last.
Get people to bring some raw sausages.
Some raw meats.
yeah, just hold it throughout the show.
We should have like a barbecue going on at the same time.
That's what we should do. We should just
Yeah.
do a barbecue and call it Sausage Boys
Yeah.
Live.
But I think it should only be raw sausages. There's something
Yeah.
funnier about that. Just
That's
sort of
true. When
that
everyone
pink
getting
sort
food,
of
food
it's got a
poisoning.
weird feel.
Free entry.
I
if you
just think
bring
people should hold like a bunch of sausages while you're on stage.
Just have a sausage holder on stage with us.
Yes.
That
And
could be
then
a
they
bit
can
nice.
throw raw sausages
Oh,
at
that's
you.
true.
They
If you
don't
like
like it.
bomb a joke, you get
Yeah.
sausages thrown at you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got the live show. Have you got anything going on yourself? Any big things happening?
No.
Nothing.
Do you have
big?
any listeners in Wollongong?
Yeah,
Really?
we got some listeners in Wollongong.
I'm doing a show in Wollongong
Nice.
in July, I think.
Wow.
Really prematurely decided to do it.
But you're just gonna do it on the 13th though.
Yeah, I'm doing it at the Newtown Hotel. I just decided.
And we came up with this really original concept. Everyone's bringing raw sausage.
yeah.
I've got a show called The
I'm
Sausage
doing-
Boys Live.
I'm the the Chipolata boys.
Yeah. It's just us, but way funnier.
Yeah. It's you, but shorter versions of you.
It's got better ideas for bits. But dang.
Well, yeah, that sounds skits.
Yeah.
Love me a Wollongong sesh.
Yeah, I was just like, it was a stupid idea.
What's going on? So you got a few other comics. to
No,
do
I'm
this with?
just-
You're just doing like a.
I'm just gonna
solo
do
show.
I just for some reason had an idea that I should try do a whole new show immediately after doing Melbourne. I don't know why I thought that.
Goodness.
Did you do Sydney as well?
Yeah,
True. How was that?
that was alright.
Sick.
A few giggles,
A few
Yeah.
giggles.
Yeah.
That's always good.
but I just thought it would be like, I mean, the show will probably be horrific if you come to it. But
You're doing all new material.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like nice instead of like, you do a trial show before you go to Melbourne and do all the festivals at the end of the year. I'm like, what if I do a trial show now?
Yeah.
Just try all these new bits because then I know which ones are going to be good or not.
Now you're going to crush it when you actually get to the trial show.
Yeah, well, just so I know like what works and what doesn't to work on for the rest of the year.
Nice.
So it's going to be horrible for the people who come, but I think
Who
I'll
cares?
learn
It's
a lot.
Wollongong.
Exactly.
Wollongong. And yeah, what's the choice with Wollongong? You thinking like these people aren't even going to know what's happening?
Yeah,
They're barely-
yeah, exactly.
They're barely even going to know there's a show going on. Yeah.
yeah. They got a mouthful of sausages. No,
Yes.
there's a Wollongong Comedy Festival on.
Oh, so you're joining in on
Yeah.
that? Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Mm.
Dang, nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's your story? What's going on? The
Thank you.
tennis-
Finally, someone's
Yeah, I know.
asked.
What's
I've been
going
waiting
on? Yeah.
30 years for someone to ask my story.
Who's Ben Kochan? Kochan or Ben Kochan?
Ben Kochan.
Ben Kochan.
That
Kochan.
weirdly is my email.
Oh, it is Ben Kochan.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because there was
I don't-
another Ben Caution out there.
Well, no, my email address is something else, but then when I send an email, it says, you got an email from Ben Kochan. And I don't know, I don't remember ever doing that.
But it's
I
just
also-
happened now.
Yeah, and like, I'm not going to change it.
How
I
about
think
Ben Cushions and you like do all your sets just like on a nice lounge?
that could be fun.
Yeah, dude, we're seeing Ben Cushions tonight. Like, just
Yeah.
the whole audience is full of like really nice
Yeah.
lounges and stuff like that.
Ben Cushions is pretty nice.
Ben Cushions, it's like the most comfy show.
The most relaxing comedian in the world. There's a lot of candles.
You just come out in a hammock.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
That's not what you want as a review from your comedy show. Oh, really relaxing. Almost fell asleep. He's like the ASMR comedian.
I actually kind of like that. I think people should go to more shows like for relaxation. I guess that's what yoga is. Like a live yoga show or something like that.
Yeah.
Or there's like a straight up ASMR show. Like a big TikToker or Instagram person.
Yeah.
They're doing like an ASMR tour.
When they walk out, everyone like applauds really quietly.
Yeah. Just whispers into a mic.
Great to see you all tonight.
Have you ever seen those ASMR videos?
Yeah, I was listening to one 2 nights ago.
Which one do you listen to?
It was interesting facts.
Oh.
Done in ASMR.
Yeah,
There's like all sorts of different versions, I guess.
Kind of
like
gets on my
tapping and
nerves
stuff.
a little bit.
I always get recommended one. It's like just a female like dressed up as a doctor, and she's got her tits out. She's whispering to you.
Oh, so you're watching sexual stuff.
I'm watching porn. I think no, but it's weird.
I'm
It's like
watching pornography.
I'm like, why is there such a sexual aspect to some of these ASMR videos? Like,
I think like off the bat, it's sexual. If someone's
it?
talking like that, like, hey, how you going? I assume this person is like flirting with me.
I listen to podcasts all the time, and then when I'm listening to this dude tell interesting facts, I'm like,
why do I have an erection right now?
there's something weird about someone whispering to you, you know?
That is a good point.
There's something weird about people whispering to you.
Hey, how you going?
Yeah, the whispering is weird.
Yeah.
It almost feels like they could slip in some sort of conspiracy theory in there as well.
Yeah, they're brainwashing you.
Yeah.
through ASMR.
Because you're like sort of in a state like you're relaxed, and they could just be like, 9/11 wasn't it?
That's why our tits were out. It's a distraction.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that the vaccine doesn't work.
Yeah.
Just letting you know that.
Do you ever get a bit freaky with ASMR?
Do I get a bit freaky with AS? I don't think. I literally, like, even in a sexual way, it just gets on my nerves.
Right.
I'm just constantly annoyed
But
at
it's
ASMR.
not all whispering. Like the one I'm obsessed with the sound of typing on a keyboard.
Oh, do you have the woman chewing gum, typing with the big fingernails?
Oh, I don't like that.
You don't like that?
I'm a purist. I just want typing at a nice keyboard, and I love that.
Typing? What is this? Just like ASMR typing sounds? Just
Yeah.
Like, that's just
There's
it.
so much. There's heaps of videos out, and they got heaps of views. So
Doesn't
I'm
have
not
to
the
be a
only
person. Doesn't have to be a person. It's just typing sounds.
Just typing sounds. Sometimes you see their fingers, but I'm not into that. I don't care about the fingers.
So you're purely.
I love it.
You get to see the fingers.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's like proof
So
that
it's
it's
real.
actually
Exactly.
happening. Yeah. I don't even need to watch the video, but I like to know that it is happening. Yeah.
Because sometimes I get my girlfriend to type for me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get it
Oh.
specifically to type for me, but I'm always like trying to encourage her. I'm like, why don't you go on your laptop, while we're in bed as I'm trying to fall asleep? Because to me, that's like my dream come true. If I'm falling asleep and she's sitting next to me typing the whole time,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm in fucking heaven.
What about
right
like the
there.
George Costanza thing? You're both
What's
making.
that?
You're both making whoopee. You're both engaging in sexual
Oh,
intercourse.
okay.
And then you go try to lean off and try to grab a typewriter.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think the Seinfeld one is what was it? George wanted to eat a sandwich while having sex,
Really?
and he goes to grab the sub that he had
So
hidden, and
funny.
he like quickly grabs it while he's having sex. You could do that with the keyboard.
Yeah. It could be great. If we could be having sex and someone could be, like a court stenographer could be in
Oh,
there
just
typing out the sounds we're making.
You need like a cuck in the corner.
Yeah.
That also has an assignment due.
Totally. Yeah.
Trying to get 2 things done at once.
That's really emasculating. You have sex with this guy's wife, and also you have to write a uni assignment for me.
Yeah, you don't know much about Rome.
Yeah.
The 1400s.
But she never does it. That's the annoying thing.
She doesn't do the typing.
She does it every now and then.
Oh, she's giving it a dig. She probably is like, oh, this is insane. I'm not even going to give in to this
Yeah.
whole thing.
Just got to start mentioning how good of an author she is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just like
Yeah,
buy
you
her like how to write a novel.
Yeah.
Novel writing
That's
101.
so true. I'm like,
birthday.
you should start writing your autobiography. You're interested. You got an interesting life. You know?
She's
Got to
like,
start writing it down.
she's like, yeah, no, we had lunch and then, basically back to work. You're like,
More. Come
this
on.
is what we need. This is literally what we need right now.
Yeah.
I need to be hearing more about this.
Delve
Really?
into it a bit more. Expand.
Yes, I had the salami with some lettuce.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. This is the book. This is literally the book right now. Please. But yeah.
Just hearing the most boring story ever and being like, you should journal that.
You should absolutely. Yeah. I loved that.
But
People
who
need to
is-
hear this.
But who is the Coachman? Who is the Kochan? The Coachman?
Oh yeah, we went off the
Koshy.
rails there.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Does anyone ever call you Koshi? Like the
let
presenter?
me think. Who would call me Koshi? I feel like
Koshi.
someone calls me Koshi.
You got a Koshi sayer out there.
Yeah, someone. I can't think of who. There would be someone who calls me Koshi.
Where are you going in nicknames? I'm thinking you could do so much.
Oh, really?
Kochan is like such a nice one.
Kochan.
Yeah, that is
Well, that's
such
just
cool-
mispronouncing my last name. It's not much of a nickname.
Yeah, the Sausage Boys podcast.
Yeah.
Isn't that a really great one?
Sometimes I go by Benny Bing Bong.
Benny Bing Bong.
Yeah.
Is that with friends or is that like on stage? Or?
There was a period of time, probably a few years ago, where I was maybe go on stage as Benny Bing Bong,
Really?
and
And you hosted the Bing Bong show.
people would call me Benny Bing Bong, and
Really?
I think my first show I did was called Benny Bing Bong Speaking.
Really?
Yeah.
I picture you to wear like an oversized suit and you've got like a like
Yeah.
a horn with like.
Sometimes
to
I
the
think
Bing Bong.
I should have just committed to Benny Bing Bong.
Yeah.
It's funny to have a funny fake name.
How long were you doing it for?
I don't know if I ever really did go on stage as Benny Bing Bong. I think it just floated around the scene a little bit that I was, that was my other name.
It's like, yeah, he's going by Benny Bing Bong.
Yeah, it was on an ASMR podcast. Benny Bing Bong. He's Benny Bing Bong now.
So he's actually Benny Bing Bong.
Yeah.
What else we got going on? I think his girlfriend's writing a book.
It would be
Yeah,
great.
about her lunch.
Just having a name that makes yourself laugh, like you're backstage at a show looking at yourself in the mirror, like, all right, Benny Bing Bong.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. But then after a while, you'd lose, it would lose it.
You'd lose your mind.
Yeah. You would be, if you were laughing at Benny Bing Bong every time, that's
You're like
insane.
a 55-year-old, like, seasoned comedian.
Yes.
Benny Bing Bong. Your next
Totally.
act.
It'd be funny to be Benny Bing Bong, but do very serious, like, political stand-up comedy. Here's what's going on in China now.
So we're talking about the Russia-Ukraine war. I'm your host, Benny Bing Bong.
Clown makeup. I thought that would be
3,000 dead in Nigeria.
Yes.
I'm Benny Bing Bong, ladies and gentlemen.
honk honk. I thought it'd be funny to do a show next year in Melbourne. It would take a lot of effort, but I was thinking, like, sometimes you need a look to differentiate yourself.
I like that. Yeah.
Everyone looks the same out there. I was like, what if I came out in a full clown costume, clown makeup,
Ooh.
big shoes, never reference it,
Yeah.
and just do my regular stand-up. So like, hey guys, thanks for coming out. Anyway, so I got an Uber here, and never mention that I look like a clown, not once.
That's absolutely
But that would
amazing.
be like, because you'd have to commit with the makeup. I
Oh, yeah,
think.
like complete, like the big squeaky shoes, like,
Yeah.
eng.
Fuck. Now the more I think about it, the more I want to do.
Oh, it would be the funniest thing.
It would be such a pain in the ass.
Oh, you know what you have to do when you leave as well? Like, you have to join a line of like 20 other people hopping into a small car.
Yeah, we do an Uber pool with the clowns.
Oh goodness, what a genius idea. But yeah, the nicknames thing. So you've had the Benny Bing Bong. Do you
Yep.
have anything growing up? Was it Benny? Benny and the Jets. That's
I
always a
had
great
a
one.
nebbish for a while.
A Nebbish.
Nebbish.
They called you that.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Nebbish is sort of like a derogatory, not that derogatory, but it's like a rude Jewish name.
And who was calling you that? Just Nebbish.
People at school. But
It was an anti-Semitic attack. They
Yeah.
wrote Nebbish over my front door.
My friends. They were my friends. They didn't call themselves my friends, but they were.
It was my good friends.
They
Let me get
painted
a
it in
definition
blood.
of nebbish.
Over our family house.
A timid, meek, or ineffectual person. So I guess that does pretty much sum me up.
And they just called you Nebbish.
Nebbish, yeah.
Just
It's Yiddish.
Right. And these are literally your friends, and you just kind of went with it. Say,
Yeah.
Hey, what's good? Yeah, Nebbish speaking.
I think it came from they were like bend backwards, Neb, and then they just went from Neb to Nebbish.
Oh, did they
It's a
even
happy
know
coincidence.
Yeah, did they understand the
I
connotation?
don't know. Maybe one of them. Maybe one of them did. Maybe,
He's not got age
maybe it was one of the kids' parents. So it was like, you should call him Nebbish, actually. That's actually a funny thing to call him.
Just like, yeah. He's just like smirking. All the other friends are like, hey. And he's just
Yeah.
got like, yeah, Nebbish.
Yeah. And I'm like, cool, I've got a nickname. That's awesome. These guys must like me.
Mom, Dad, I've got a nickname.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dang. So where'd you grow up?
The mean streets of the eastern suburbs. It's pretty tough out there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Suburbs. What are we talking about?
Oh, we're talking Wallara.
Oh,
Yeah, real ritzy.
yeah. Dang. I assume around that area there will be a few people who went by the name Nebbish.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all nebbishy. I think one description of nebbish, my friend told me, is someone who's likely to spill their soup.
Really?
That's like a description of a nebbish.
Right. I'm likely to spill my soup.
Maybe you're a
I
nebbish.
I assume I take myself as very nebbishy.
Really?
I think so.
You're the strongest nebbish I've ever seen. You're the biggest person to be called a nebbish in the world.
Drop my soup and go to some random guy and be like, pick it up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But Wallara, what was that like?
It's very nice. I mean, I'm still around that area.
Oh, you're still. Oh, so you've literally just had a nice life.
Yeah,
It was just been a
absolutely.
beautiful
Absolutely.
life.
I really shouldn't complain.
Yeah, he's a tennis coach.
Yeah. I'm a tennis coach in the eastern suburbs.
No wonder you don't mind if the kids don't call you coach.
Yeah.
They
got
call
everything
they
else
call him
sorted.
Nebbish.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah. That's the worst thing that's happening in my life is that some kids don't call me coach.
But dang. So yeah, you grew up in Wallara,
Mhm.
and then you're playing tennis early.
Yep. Played a lot of tennis, probably from 6.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I started playing tennis when I was like 13.
Mm.
I played it for like a year, and I thought like I could just become the best.
Mm.
You
The
could be the
best
best
at it?
tennis player ever.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a full-on tennis coach growing up. I was
Really?
obsessed with. I had a tennis court growing up.
What'd you
I
call
was-
him?
Yeah, it was this guy from Wallara. I call him Neb. At least my parents did.
So you play tennis? You both play tennis growing up?
Yeah.
We're the tennis podcast.
We're actually hoping to.
Awesome.
This is literally the Sausage Podcast.
Sausage Tennis
is,
Podcast.
yeah, we talk about half things tennis, half things comedy.
Oh, beautiful.
It's like a whole thing.
Wow, this is sort of made for me.
Yeah, well, we're actually hoping to get back into tennis, but we're we're struggling to find a good coach. If you,
I'm full up. Sorry.
But Dave, you were doing the tennis. So
Yeah, I was doing the
This is
tennis.
our first time realizing this. We're both big tennis heads.
Wow.
big time, yeah,
You liked it?
yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I thought I was the best at it.
Were you?
No, I just didn't realize like how
Be cool if you were.
I never watched a game of tennis. Still, probably to this day.
I never played tennis. I used to love masturbating, and I developed tennis elbow. And it was a lie I told my parents.
I was playing tennis.
It's like, why do you have tennis elbow? It's like, oh yeah, I play tennis in my room. Is
that true?
With the computer on.
Did you get tennis elbow from jerking off?
I always had a fear that was the case.
That's so funny.
I legitimately, and imagine that.
Maybe you have bad technique for jerking. You're like
Also-
your elbow's out too far. You're like putting too much strain on your elbow for some reason.
Imagine that getting caught masturbating.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You
your
don't-
dad's
you
like,
don't do
not
it."
like that. Jesus, you're gonna get fucking tennis elbow. You're gonna pull a shoulder. You got to masturbate for longevity. You want to be masturbating your whole life. You don't want to blow your masturbating career early. Yes.
So we're talking.
Dang.
So you went to high school in Wallara as well, Wallara High.
Pretty close. Suburb over.
Was it good vibe, good friend group, and everything?
I do have a good friend group. I'm still friends with all of them now.
Is it a boys' school?
Co-ed, boys and girls.
Oh, so you had some girls in the
Yeah,
mix. Some girlies.
It's very
in the
exciting.
mix.
Some young Jewish ladies.
Oh, okay. We actually have a whole segment where we like to go into schools, your school experience.
You like to go to schools now?
We've got this thing we do.
We take the podcast. That's the second half of the podcast. We go into a school. You got to come back tomorrow morning, and we're going into a school.
We
Right,
just
this is where Ben said he had homeroom.
Yeah,
Yeah, we just go into a school and we set up cameras.
yeah,
And we
nice.
like record the whole thing. You'd be like, yeah, this is the.
Yeah, yeah. We got to check out your locker room. It's
Imagine just some funny people go and literally like do the whole beer in the bubblers,
What's that?
like the beer in the bubbler.
You put
Frank.
beer in the bubbler.
Yeah,
Oh right.
just do something like that.
So it like sprays out beer.
Yeah, sprays out beer.
Has anyone ever done that?
I know. I was gonna say, has anyone ever done that before?
That's pretty good.
It's one of the
What
greatest
about
things.
Spiking the water fountain with fentanyl.
Yes. This is a guy who doesn't understand how pranks work. What if we killed all the kids in the school with fentanyl? Would that be funny?
The teachers come in, it just looks like Philadelphia. Everyone's just like doing like the zombie. But yeah, dang, we've actually got a whole thing. What is it? What do you got the...
Oh, yeah, speaking of pranks, were you much of a prankster?
Yeah, we were a prankster in school.
No.
Really?
Don't like pranks. Still don't like pranks. I don't like to fool people.
Did you get pranked?
Non-stop. No, I
dang.
don't think I got pranked. The thing I would do sometimes as a kid, this is my level of prank, I would do a crank call.
Yeah.
I would call a number that was one number off my best friend's number. And then they'd say, hello? And then I'd always be too scared to say anything. So I'd just listen to them say, hello, a couple times, and then I'd hang up.
And you say, can you whisper that?
Yeah. That's the ultimate crank call. Just... It probably would freak people out if you did that just
It'd be terrifying.
every couple of weeks.
It's straight up like a threat.
Yeah.
In like Taken and stuff like that. If you're wanting to like threaten someone, you just keep on calling up their house.
Yeah, hearing like a young boy's breath. Terrified young boy.
Did you? Where's the furthest you went? Did you ever like say, and then anything like
Actually,
that?
I just remember now. My friends, I never did it, but I was with my friends one time when I don't know how we got the number, but I guess we called one of our teachers, and then I think the way
He said, Miss Johnson, I'm from the future, and 2 guys are going to come to the school tonight.
they say it's for a podcast. I'm not so sure. But yeah, we called her, and we were like, I can't remember what her name was, but one of my friends was like, obviously we're like 12. He's got like the highest voice. Like, is this Mrs. Johnson?
Yeah.
I'm like, obviously.
Yeah.
She's going to know that's a kid.
And she's like, it's obviously like a telemarketer.
Yeah.
With a voice like that.
It's a 12-year-old telemarketer.
And how did she react? How did Mrs. Johnson react?
I can't remember. I don't think it went very well after that. I think we just hung up.
So you were never good. You never followed through with a prank call.
No, it's just never been much of a prankster.
I loved a good prank call.
Really?
I loved a good prank. I would do like voices and stuff like that. Again, I think we were having a conversation about this. Like, I live with my grandparents. Every single night, I would prank call my grandma. Literally, like, on the hour, right before we would have dinner, I'll give her a prank call. I'll do like just a, hello, am I speaking to Mrs. Jill? Yes, speaking. And I'll just be like, hello, my name's Amy. I'm actually from insurance, da-da-da-da-da. Every single night, it'll be something new. And she would always fall for it.
What, did you ever give it away? So it's not.
I would literally keep her on as long as I could. Usually my mum would be like, it's obviously Korean. Like,
He's in the same room as you.
He's a meter away. You're on the phone here. You're like, hi, Mrs. Jill.
Like, I literally do it every single night. And then,
Wow.
It's a great one. Because I think...
Your grandma's like, we get a lot of calls. We get so many calls. Every night. Insurance, telemarketer.
It's always at 5 o'clock, and then he comes down laughing.
Yeah. And then the person on the other line always says, I got to go have dinner. See you later.
But you couldn't do the prank call because you didn't really have like a good mark. You need a good mark.
Yeah, I think they scare me.
Oh, true.
I think I feel like maybe I'll go to jail if I get caught.
That's true.
I was always paranoid that it was going to be my auntie that picks up. I don't know why. I always thought it was my auntie.
Oh, and then you're with some friends, and it's like, yeah, keep going with the bit. It's really funny. She's going to send through like account details.
Literally prank call, and I'll be like, oh, I think it's going to be my auntie. And then a woman picks up, and then I'm going to hang up because it's my auntie.
You call a random number and you think it's going to be your
Yes. Every time we used to use a
Jackson?
we used a payphone out the front of my friend.
Oh, you did full payphone?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you're going deep. You're covering your tracks.
Yeah.
You're getting like a...
Oh, you're doing it from home.
You've got a glove. You've got a leather glove on the payphone so they can't find your fingerprints. You're like fully paranoid.
You burn it down afterwards.
Yeah.
What's the best?
You have like a full alibi in like a town over. You're like, yeah, we were shopping.
Yeah,
you got like a brother.
I'll hire a stunt double to go and go
just
shopping.
shop in Foot Locker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not much of a prankster.
How were you in school though? Were you a cool kid? Were you in the cool crowd?
Oh.
Oh, the R is a good sign that you probably were. You're a cooler kid.
Well, I was funny.
So you've always been funny.
Always been. I told my first joke in the womb.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever my mum would eat, I'd be like, I'll have what she's having.
That's the funniest thing I've ever
And
heard.
then I'd twirl the umbilical cord around like a mic cord.
What else is going on?
Yeah, anyway, what else is going on? Uber? You guys do Uber? But yeah, so I was pretty funny at school. So, you know, people generally like the funny kid. So it's not like I was a loser.
Yes.
But I was also just like shy. And so I had my friend group. And, you know, I sort of friendly with everyone. And
You were the
I
shy
wasn't,
funny
I wasn't
guy.
the coolest guy in town. I wasn't the jock.
But you could make the jock laugh.
But I could make the jock laugh.
Oh, that's a huge one. Literally a huge one. A lot of funny people like can't even make the jock laugh.
Yeah, true. I mean, you got to have you got to have a broad enough sense of humor, make the jocks laugh, make the nerds laugh. The best was actually if you could ever make the teacher laugh. Did you guys ever make the teacher laugh?
Did I ever make that? I've never. I was.
I think it was too rude to the teacher.
Mm.
I saw them as like an opposition.
Right.
You never.
Not that I was even naughty, but like I was,
Yeah.
Nothing comes to mind.
Every now and then I got a teacher laugh.
Oh, you got a teacher.
That's
A
fucking
teacher laugh is such a. I wasn't the funniest kid. Like I was more weird. I was very awkward and weird. But I remember that kid though. The funniest kid in school could always make the teachers laugh.
Yeah.
That was always a sign, and the teachers would enjoy it. They'd be like, "Oh no, this kid's actually got something special.
This kid's gonna make it." That's what the teachers say. This kid's got it.
This kid's
He's
got
making me laugh. I'm a teacher.
yeah.
It's a funny idea, like the school bully. They've got the nerd doing their homework.
Yeah.
And they've got the funny kid making them laugh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll beat you
doing
up
5
unless you tell
minutes.
me a funny joke right now.
Yeah.
But dang, you got the teacher laughs. Did you ever get like a teacher be like, "Hey, you should maybe consider doing stand-up comedy"?
Never.
Really?
Never. I feel like I had a bunch of shit teachers.
Really? You had the ones like, "You ain't never gonna be anything."
Yeah, exactly in that voice as well.
They just finished laughing as hard as they could ever possibly laugh. And they're like, yeah, but you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. You can't. They were like, "You're funny. It's tough to make a career out of it." They knew about the industry.
But dang. So what happened after you left school as well? Did you get straight into comedy, or did you get into comedy while you were in?
No, I went into comedy pretty early. I did a year of uni.
Yeah.
And then when I was 19, I did my first gig. So pretty early.
Wow. So you were a little bit of an early bird.
Bit of
And
an early bird.
you knew about it for a while as well? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for a while, probably even maybe from year 12, I was like trying to write jokes.
Wow.
Just like every now and then, like, what's this? Is this a bit?
You were literally thinking about bits.
Yeah.
Was there, in all honesty, was there a teacher? Do you think the teachers, looking back on it, actually kind of got you inspired to do it? Or gave you the confidence?
No, the teachers sucked.
Really?
Yeah, I had one good teacher when I was in year 6. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
He was cool.
And you made him laugh?
Yeah, I probably did make him laugh.
Okay.
And then, yeah, the other teachers are just... But I guess it would be hard to be a teacher.
I tried to be a teacher.
Oh, really?
It is very difficult.
Yeah, now that I'm
Very
like
difficult.
a tennis coach, which is not the same, but like you're dealing with kids, I'm just like, fuck, kids are nightmares.
You got to be strict.
You have to be
You literally
strict,
have to be
or they'll
strict.
run all over
There's
you.
no... You can be like... You can have like... Tonya should have been... Whoa! Ah.
You really got to be on it,
Yeah.
and you just got to
100%.
be like, just a lame. You can't
You
be the
have
cool,
to-
funny guy.
there's
You just got to be
no-
like a
Yeah.
strict, boring. No, we're not doing that. No,
It's so sad.
go
like,
over there.
Yeah, I remember doing my first like prac period at a school, and I think the first half, like I think I got like examined halfway. I was the cool funny guy.
Nice.
I was literally like at the front of the class, baggy pants and
So
everything.
yeah,
like
now
this.
you're the teacher making the students laugh.
Yeah.
What about that? The teacher
Yeah.
like really into like everything they're watching. We're like, they're doing like a weird dance. Like, ooh.
yeah. Just sliding a joke over to a kid. What do you think about this? Is this anything?
It's just like a funny photo.
Yeah.
Like of a guy's butt.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be sexual.
Just showing
though.
videos on your phone. Just funny videos you found. Oh, good. Look at this. It's funny.
Hey kids, what do you like going up to like marking papers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta check this out. You go back to your seat. But I remember being the cool, funny teacher, and I was like, I'm gonna be the different one.
Mm.
And then I remember I got marked. I remember the class that what was it? The teacher that was like marking my lesson came in. The kids just ran all over me. Literally took advantage. I just wouldn't stop talking. I was like, guys, stop. And they just wouldn't stop. And I literally
Brutal.
got like torn apart by this teacher, being like, you had no control of them, da 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 da. And as soon as I was like, nope, like putting names on the board and stuff like that, it just worked. I'm like, oh, this is annoying. This is just how it is.
I know, you got to do those annoying things.
Yeah, you got to be strict. You got to do like the countdowns. You got to like threaten them with things. You just have to.
I will hurt you.
Yeah, you got to threaten them with violence. Yeah, a lot of
doing that a lot to them.
yeah. I had this group of like, I have to do group classes every now and then of like the 6 like 12-year-old girls. They were a nightmare, and they ran all over me, and they were like, in a way, bullying me. Like I was never bullied.
Whatever, Neb.
Yeah, I wasn't really bullied in school, but like now as a 30-year-old, I was bullied by a bunch of 12-year-old girls. And the worst thing in the world happened because I told one of their dads like one week I couldn't do the lesson because I was like, I have to go to Newcastle to do a gig. Yeah, and he's like, oh, what's the gig? I'm like,
Oh, you're a funny guy, are you?
yeah. He's like, you're a DJ? I'm like, no, I'm not a DJ. I'm like, yeah, I do stand-up. He's like, oh, stand-up. Oh, I love stand-up. Blah, blah. And then, you know, they asked a billion questions you've heard before. But anyway, he must have told his daughter that I do stand-up. And so the next week...
Oh, no.
Nightmare. Next week I came back. All the horrible...
They're all in suits. Just like Seinfeld.
Yeah, they're all just like, do you do stand-up? I'm like, no, I don't do stand-up. They're like, my dad told me you do stand-up. I'm like, I don't do it. I don't. Like, I'm so boring on the... Like, I'm just like, I don't do it. No, I don't. And
You're not the funny instructor? You're not the one cracking
not
jokes?
All. And then halfway through the lesson, the worst sentence I've ever heard, one of them goes, we found your TikTok. And then I was like, no phones! Put your phones away! Stop looking at my... And it was like so embarrassing.
They found your TikToks.
And then it's like... Because it's the exact opposite. Like on the court, I'm like the most boring like guy, like telling them what to do. And then in my TikToks, I'm wearing a wig. I'm like doing a funny voice. It's like so embarrassing.
They
for,
didn't
like,
respect you? I thought they would kind of like that at 12. That might be a bit cool. Or
and you know, I
No,
think
because it's trying. You're trying to do something.
and I don't have any followers. They're like, oh my god, this
You can't
is
try in front of
embarrassing.
kids.
He's got
You can't.
30 followers on TikTok, and he's bombing, and he's in a wig, and he's doing a funny voice. And I'm like, put your phones away! Stop looking at that!
Oh no.
And then the bullying part comes in, where like the next week we're like, because I don't really check my TikTok, but the next week they were like, did you see?
you go to the computer, like the desktop background's like a TikTok.
Yeah, it's on my homepage, but I don't really check it that much. But yeah, the next week they're like, we made you a fan account. Did you see?
Oh.
We made a fan account for you. And I'm like, I know when I'm being made fun of. You know what I mean?
You're straight up getting cyberbullied at this
absolutely. I'm like, I know you're not actually fans of me. I
Look, girls, I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Exactly. I'm like, I've made fun of teachers before. I know that you're not actually making me and they're like, did you see it? Did you like it? Did you like the...
Their fan
do you
account
like
just
that we
blows
made
up.
you a yeah.
Like they're getting monetized.
Yeah, that
what,
would be funny.
100,000 followers.
Yeah, they don't give me any money.
What like, yeah, we're young. We know how to market it better. Literally,
Yeah.
you got to use these hashtags. You got to like use
So
this algorithm.
true.
You got to...
Did they show you the fan account?
They tried to. I couldn't look. I could not look at it.
What if it was genuine?
No, it wasn't. And then, in one of the lessons, they were like, do you want us all to follow you? I'm like, I think I still go to jail. If 6 12-year-old girls start following me on TikTok, I think somehow I'm still a pedophile. That's on me somehow.
Oh my god.
Do you train them anymore?
No, I got... First time I was like, I complained to my boss. I'm like, I can't take him anymore.
Yeah.
I think they moved on to a different coach.
It's like they made a fan account.
They made a fan account for me. I had to call my boss, like my voice all shaky. Yeah, so I just think I don't think I can take them anymore. And
and he's like, same thing. I tried to do a DJing. They did a fan account of me.
Yeah.
They're just like the biggest bullies on earth.
Yeah.
Kids are so good. They can just tear you apart.
Oh, they're the best.
They've got nothing to lose.
Man, they're good.
Literally.
They're good.
So good.
They're good at finding weird little things about you that you've never even been insecure about, but then now all of a
100%.
sudden you're like, what?
Yeah.
I had another group of young girls. They're even younger. They started calling me Luigi, which I don't mind. I mean, that's a bit of fun. I don't care about that. And then they started calling me Pedro the Penguin.
Can we have them on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened? You said you had no nicknames.
Yeah, it's true. I was just giving you like 17 nicknames. They started calling me Pedro the Penguin. I'm like, why the penguin? They're like, you walk like a penguin. I'm like, oh, Jesus, I didn't know that.
And you're literally like at home walking in front of the mirror.
Yeah. I'm like learning how to walk again. I'm like, fuck.
They're like you're wearing a suit and eating fish out of a guy's hand.
Yeah.
You're just like at a rehab center with people that are like
Yeah.
paraplegics. You're like, no, I'm just trying to get rid of this
so funny.
penguin walk.
They're
You
learning how to to walk again. I'm just trying to learn how to not walk like a penguin, if that's all right.
You travel around by sliding on your belly.
Oh, goodness
So yeah,
gracious.
kids are horrific.
Oh,
Is that the only instance where you've had to can a group because of what would you call it?
Yeah,
Mischievous
got-
conduct?
Mischievous.
bullied out.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've said I can't take this group anymore.
really? Did you ever get close? Did you ever get close before?
Probably.
That's a crazy one. A fan account, such a great dig. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? I don't think it's. So
It is,
creative.
yeah. It's. At first I thought you said a fan of cunts. I'm like, what's a fan of cunts? I'm like, I think
They
you've-
also said that to me. Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, I think you've gone a bit far with these, young girls. I wouldn't call them cunts, but yeah, fan account. Yeah, that's fucking brutal.
It's so because it's literally like taking you down.
Yeah.
It's almost like we're not just gonna make fun of this thing.
And-
We're gonna take you down.
Yeah, and you know what
Yeah.
the sad thing is? I was like, I wish I had more TikTok followers. Then maybe they'd respect me. If they're like, we
straight
found your
up.
TikTok. You have 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
Jesus
Imagine
Christ.
that. They'll be like, "What?"
I'd be like, that's right, girls. Okay,
Oh
I'm
dang!
actually doing all right.
One of them probably has a TikTok account that is like insane.
Oh,
Probably,
huge,
yeah.
Yeah, literally the chances are.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, imagine like your boss, his heart would have dropped when you were like, you know that class with like the 6 12-year-olds? I can't be around them anymore.
yeah. Something happened. Let's just say that.
They found stuff with me online. They,
Let's just say they showed me something on their phone and I can't be around them anymore.
goodness gracious.
One of my first jokes about being a tennis coach I did years ago was we play this game at the end of the lesson. Something called Bombs and Torpedoes.
I love that game.
Have you played that?
I love that game.
So fun.
I was so good at that game. I wasn't a good tennis player, but I
Yeah.
could nail
Good
that game.
footwork.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty much you just like they have to stand in between two lines and you just drill balls at them and they have to jump and then you bounce them on the ground and then they fly. It's fun. It's even fun for me. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just get to drill balls at kids.
Dang.
Sometimes I hit them really hard by accident.
That 12-year-old group. You're like,
Yeah.
we're playing bombs and torpedoes.
Yeah, we're doing
all
bombs and
session.
torpedoes for an hour today, and we're using cricket balls and medicine balls.
They're like, yeah, I'm a fan of this game. Are you on the same page? You're just having PTSD, war flashbacks.
And there was this one kid, like they were quite a young group of kids, and he couldn't say it properly. He called it bombs and pedos. He couldn't like pronounce the torpedo. He's like bombs and pedos. And then the other kids started making fun of him. They started calling him Pedo Man. So they started yelling, Pedo Man, Pedo Man. And like all the parents come
Shut
watch their
up.
kids as well. Like all the parents are there. I'm like, not. And I'm like, him, the kid is the pedo
It was
man.
the kid.
Yeah. This kid's a pedophile.
What did they understand the connotation? Did they understand pedo?
No, they were very young. They were like 5 or 6.
That's so good.
Yeah. Bad if a 5 or 6-year-old knows what a pedophile is.
True.
Oh, dang. Because I was going to say, you must get so much material from this. Like, it's such a unique job, being a tennis coach.
Yeah, not that much. I've got 2 jokes out of it. They got the pedo man joke, and I had another joke.
What's the second one? Oh, but you're going to be doing this in Wollongong, I'm assuming.
No, I
Assuming
don't
the
really do
second
it
one.
anymore. It was
Yeah.
just like a girl, she's trying to show off at all the swear words she knew. She's like, I know the F word.
Yeah.
I know the C word. And then she was like, yeah, I know the C word. It's CONDOM.
Oh, yeah, great.
And then in the joke I go, it's cunt, you idiot.
Wait, what's
That
the F
was-
word? Fan page.
Yeah. For You page, which you're never featured on.
That's actually funny that you bring up TikTok, man, because we've got a reel that we posted recently, and it's like,
Did it blow up?
yeah, it's got the most traction we've had from any.
What are we
Of them.
talking here?
Oh, like only like 14K views.
It's great.
And but the likes, it's so weird. We put it out like a month ago.
We've already got a fan page.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like we've got like 300 likes in one day or like today,
Yeah.
which is absolutely insane. And yeah, your stuff, you're being modest, but your stuff's
It's blowing up.
it's got some numbers.
No.
Getting some numbers behind your stuff.
Not at all.
Really?
I recently deleted my TikTok account.
Oh, you actually did?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Why?
Well,
Too many fan pages.
too many fan pages. I got to start again. No,
There's every single comment is pedo man.
Yeah.
Probably these 5-year-old kids. It's like, no, guys, it was a funny
No,
thing, and it
come
was in the
on.
class. It was
Yeah.
we were talking about the pedo man.
Has there ever been a
Yeah.
movie like this where the kids are just like running amok on like a regular guy's life? Because that would be a
Ooh.
great movie.
Yeah.
Or is that every movie?
No, we need like
Every
Pete
kid's movie.
Davidson. Pete Davidson's the tennis coach.
Yeah. Can't stop. Every movie should star Pete Davidson, I think.
Yeah, Pete Davis could do you as a tennis coach.
Sure, yeah.
All those bits would be great. What could it be called? So it's a tennis movie with Pete Davidson. Something about like a pun.
Peto man. Peto man.
Yeah, that could be good.
You got served.
Ooh.
Yeah, that could be a pretty good one. And it's like a
Yeah.
tennis coach, like a whole bunch of girls and kids, and he's like,
I would watch that. I want to watch that.
Oh, he's got the tennis racket around his neck, like been broken over his head.
Right. Oh, that's good.
There's like balls everywhere.
Yep.
Or maybe just got hit with a tennis ball and like a kid like just served it at him.
Yep.
Has a kid ever tried to attack you with tennis balls before?
Yes, that reminds me of kids. This kid, I had this one horrible kid. His name was Louis.
Oh, that's not a good name.
It's not a good.
It's
And
literally like,
weirdly,
yeah.
he was like 6 or 7. He looked like what I imagine Louis C.K. looked like as a kid. Like he was like pale, red hair, like a little bit chubby. It was
He
like
held
it was
the door
weird.
and jerked off in front of you.
Exactly. And it was weird. He really like. I'm like this is weird. And yeah, he like one lesson. He like just drilled a tennis ball at my head.
Oh, purposefully.
Yeah.
Like I'm get this guy.
And he was like, he was always bad. And I was just like, my one move was just, I just make him sit down. I'm like, just sit down. And he's like, why? I'm like, because you just fucking hit it. I didn't. I'm like, you just hit a tennis ball at my head. And he goes, good aim then.
True.
Isn't that sassy?
That's very
What
sassy.
a sassy comment from like good aim. So he was aiming at my head.
This kid's funny.
He's funny.
It's almost like making the coach laugh.
Not quite.
Like,
Not quite.
Good aim then. How old is he?
It's like 6 or something.
6. Imagine that. Good aim then.
Yeah. Very rude.
Big dog. 6.
Hey, I get big dogged by a lot of kids.
Yeah, I don't mind sitting down. I got to make a post anyway. Don't
Have
worry.
you had to be more assertive? Like, have you found
Yeah.
that you're strict now with them?
I'm way strict.
You know how to handle bad behavior.
Yeah. You just gotta. It's like that. I mean, it's a bit boring, but like, yeah, with that group of 12-year-old girls, I just like let it get out of hand. You know,
Yeah.
to the point where they like just they slowly start taking advantage of you. Like you got to get on them quick.
True.
From the get go,
True.
from the start, they come in. You're like, all right, no fucking about.
Yeah.
You're doing everything. The second they do something, like, because they do something wrong, then you let it slide. They're like, oh, you let that one
True. They're
slide.
picking up on that.
Yeah.
They're sensing. They're feeling you out.
And then it's like, because it just takes energy to be, to have to like look at everyone. Like, stop doing that. It's just like a lot of, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Please, stop. I said stop doing that. Stop doing it. That's my tennis coach for it.
Do you have any threats? The threats is the sit down and be like, hey, one more time you're sitting down.
That's all I have really. Sit down.
Yeah. That's a good one. I feel
Oh,
pretty bad.
I'd say like, because when they take some ages to pick up the balls, they never want to pick up the balls.
Or have you got the Pringles cone thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
how
good. People love
good is that?
So
People are
cool.
obsessed with that.
I
They talk
love
about
that.
it all the time.
I would literally just like put balls everywhere and just like start picking them
Yeah.
up. Do you know what I mean?
So yeah, if they don't pick them up quickly, I've got a stopwatch. I say, I'm starting the stopwatch.
Oh,
2 minutes. If you don't
nice.
pick them up in 2 minutes, you're running laps.
It's just the kid that like pegged a ball at you, just staring at you, hasn't done anything. You'd be like, we're in a minute 57.
Yeah.
Better have something good.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got laps and sit down.
Oh, you do laps?
I make them run laps if they don't make it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's a really nice one. Gosh. So what are you doing for exercise? You're doing tennis. Or I guess your job is exercise.
Yeah, that's why like this is my one day off, and I just like collapse in bed for the whole day.
Really, you're working 6 days.
6 days, but like not. I'm
Full
not doing like a ton of hours.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like anywhere from like 3 to 5 or 6 hours.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's
It's
really
a nice life.
It's all
Tennis
right.
coach.
It's all right. Not too
Yeah.
bad. No complaints, except that I complain all the time. But mostly just to my girlfriend.
Yeah. How's dealing with the parents of the kids as well? It's very normal. You must run into some oddballs.
Yeah, they can be a bit annoying.
Pardon the pun.
Yeah.
Oddballs.
Just trying to think if I have any funny parent. Sometimes they tell you what to do, and I don't like that.
What if they start critiquing your form? You're like, dude, what's going on with the footwork? You got it. It's like this, kids.
Yeah, and they're like, every parent like thinks their kid's amazing. So sometimes they're like, because there's like different levels of ball. There's like a red ball, it's extra squishy, easier to hit. Orange ball, green ball, then normal tennis ball. They're like,
Wow. Also, you're doing like for very young.
yeah,
Like,
sometimes.
yeah. Cool.
And they're like, why don't we move him up to the normal tennis ball? I'm like, because you can't, like, I want to be like, because he can't hit a fucking ball in. Because he sucks. Because he's fucking the worst tennis player I've ever seen, and he sucks. So how about we don't move him up to the normal tennis balls?
How honestly good is the kid that hit it at you? Like, do you think there is something
You
there?
felt it, you're like, okay, this guy, yeah. This
Oh,
kid's
he's got
something.
power. Nah, he sucks. They all suck.
Really? Have you ever come across a kid and be like, oh, have you ever come across a star?
No stars.
No
I've got one
stars.
kid I coach now, and like, he's like, some of these kids, they play tennis for their school, and that, you know, they get graded in their school.
Yeah.
And when that happens, that's the first time I take it a bit more seriously, because
Oh.
they're like, yeah, I'm in the D team. I'm like, you're in the fucking D team?
Yeah,
You know
you
how that
gotta
looks
get
for
'em up.
me?
Yeah.
That's on me now. They must think that your tennis coach sucks because you're in like the worst team.
Do you get competitive with it?
I do,
Do
yeah.
you like if you
If
do
I
they
know
have
they
other
play-
coaches there?
What's that?
Do they have other coaches there, and you kind of like see what they're doing in that class, and you're like, I'm way
I'm not
better than this
competitive with the
person.
other coaches, but if I know that the kid I'm coaching is like starting to play comps and stuff, then I'm like, all right, enough fucking about. You better start winning some matches.
yeah.
So I'm like, if you lose, I lose, and I don't want to lose. I wanted to say that to one of the kids. Like, this loss is on me as well if you're losing. So you better start fucking winning.
And I can't take another loss.
I can't take another loss, all right? My TikTok videos are bombing. You're losing. What the fuck have I got?
Oh dang.
We do have another couple little things on this list.
Yeah, I think it was some
Maybe
things we
let's
wanted to talk
let's do a
about.
little speed round of Sausage Boys High.
Yeah.
I like you've got some prep.
We're starting to do prep now.
Nice.
If you came a year ago, it would have been chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've come
You
in.
got to keep it in
literally-
line. You're like,
Yeah,
you're like me as a tennis
literally.
coach. You're going to make me run laps if I do a bad riff. Run around the house.
We should do that. What could like a punish be on a podcast? If you have a bad riff, what would the punishment be? Push-ups?
I straight away went to push-ups and I was like, "There's nothing funny about that."
Oh,
Or is
that's
there
one
something
thing,
hilarious?
actually. That was a punishment I gave to one kid.
Oh, you did push-ups.
Because this kid was so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
He would just try hit the ball as hard as he possibly could over the fence. That's all he would do. Try
With a serve or like
just hitting forehands. Like I guess he's pretty strong that he could do it, and he would just go fucking bang over the fence.
some
bang.
like Bulgarian coach like watching, or some Bulgarian parent, like they have a different game of tennis in like a huge court, and he's like, this kid's got it.
Yeah,
This kid's literally got it.
yeah. And so I was like, enough of this. I'm like, every time you hit a ball over the fence, you got to do 5 or 10 push-ups, 5 or 10 push-ups or whatever. And like,
It's like, good thing I can do 2,000.
but it's like kids are weak these days. Like I remember when I was a kid, I think I could do one-handed push-ups.
What?
I think so. I think like when you're a kid, like you've got you should be strong as a kid, shouldn't you?
You should be stronger. You should be able to support your body weight.
That's what I think.
Especially when you're very young.
Why
I could like
was-
climb over fences and stuff
Totally.
like that.
You
Why-
should
When
be-
I got into my teens, I couldn't do a pull-up.
Yeah, but I
Teens,
think
you
like
you lose it.
you're a kid, you should be strong as
Yeah.
hell.
6,
you should be able to
7,
do
8.
15, 20 push-ups.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, this kid could not do a single push-up. He didn't know how to do a push-up.
Yeah.
And there's this Scottish coach who always coaches next to me. He's really funny. He's awesome. And so this kid's on doing push-ups, but he's just like humping the ground. Like he can't like get his body off the ground, so he's just like thrusting his like. I'm gonna
Hey, it
sound
looks like the Loch Ness monster over there.
yeah.
It's,
And the Scottish guy, he's like laughing his head off. He loves
A
it.
A.
He's just like, and then I stopped making him do push-ups because he couldn't do them. And he's like, you got to make him do more push-ups. Like, it's like my favorite part of the lesson.
I would love to, but he's getting a boner.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of Sausage Boys High. To wrap this little thing up, fist fight. Did you ever get in a fist fight in school?
Yeah.
Never been in a fist fight.
Never been in a fight.
Never been in a fist fight.
Did you come close ever?
Did you get close to a phone?
I think I tried to kick someone once.
That's a good one.
I think,
Kick's a
and he
great
caught my
one.
foot, which is game over.
And you went flying or what? What are
He
we
just
talking
like, it was just like clear that he dominated me in that second. It was
what
like,
did he do? And what did he
can't
do
even
leading up
remem-
to it as
I
well?
can't even remember. He just annoyed me or something or pushed me, and I just went for a kick. He caught my leg, and I was like, all right, that's over.
How was it going to go in your head? Were you thinking
I
it
don't know, I
goes
think
there,
I just-
you grab the girl?
Yeah.
Is there-
Actually, I remember another one as well.
yeah.
A guy, I think he pushed me. I don't know if he meant to I think maybe it was sort of half a joke sort of thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes people push you. But he he's a big guy and I fell back. So I pushed him back hard. And then he put me in a chokehold and it was over.
Going in the choke.
And it was just it was very clear. It was all right, I've got this in control. I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
It's so funny because
yeah.
the lesson is there. I guess people can just push me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, just don't react. No fist fights.
No fist fight.
Yeah.
Did you ever get in trouble?
Pretty regularly.
Yeah,
So you're a bad boy.
I wasn't a bad boy, but I was just I had my class clown period for 2 years. So it was a lot of talking and just getting sent out for talking and annoying the teacher.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do think all this shit I go through with tennis coaching is payback for me being a horrible, annoying student.
Oh, 100%.
Because I was such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So rude to the teacher sometimes that I'm sometimes I look back, I'm God, I was such
It's the perfect
asshole.
thing. Yeah, I even there's the idea that teachers are terrible students. They can't be in a classroom. They're always going to talk. They're always going to be terrible. Usually it is this thing, the bad kid. It's the really naughty kid usually joins the army.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel the person who hates school ends up becoming a teacher.
It's weird, isn't
also
it?
rude to the teacher ends up teaching.
Mm. The most I got in trouble for, I was in one of those D&T classes or something.
Oh,
We
yes.
were working with clay.
Yeah.
And I made a big clay penis, obviously. But just to amuse my friends, it was just for them,
Yeah.
the clay penis. It was a private show.
And what happened? The teacher's this is a penis. What's that? What do you mean?
Yeah, and then one of my friends took the big clay penis and threw it in front of the class, and it landed right in front of the teacher.
I thought just pegged it at the
Pegged it at the teacher, yeah. And I got
Yeah,
in
it was
so
pretty
much.
bad.
I got in so much trouble for that.
Really?
Yeah, and then the teacher was like, "We're gonna have to call your parents," and I was like,
That's
For
sexual
making a
assault.
penis.
It's sexual
Yeah.
assault,
Make
obviously.
penis.
As soon as you throw a penis at someone, that's
Exactly.
sexual assault. So this
No.
has gotten serious, pal.
"Yeah,
Not 20 years ago.
no, yeah. You could get away with that sort of
You
tomfoolery."
get over
back
that,
then.
yeah.
Yeah,
How are you with the ladies?
horrible,
Ooh.
horrible,
The
horrible,
ladies.
terrible.
Really?
Yeah,
When was the first good experience with a lady?
Too busy
hasn't
making.
happened yet.
Too busy making clay penises.
Still ask out a girl.
That's my move. I just
It's hey
make it.
Ben, would you like to?
Yeah. Sorry, I got to go to mine.
Just a foot on the wheel,
Yeah.
spinning. Clay's playing up at you.
Just ghost. She comes up behind
Yeah.
you. Be like, no, I've got this.
Yeah. I don't send a dick pic. I make a clay penis and I send it in the mail.
And I say mine is this big.
Yeah, I say mine looks nothing like this, but this is a nice one.
Oh dang!
I was I've heard you can get the cast that you put on your penis. Do you know
Right.
this? So you can make a
Oh, yeah.
model of your
Maybe,
penis.
yeah.
And I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, that would be hilarious to do. And then I thought about it a bit more, and I'm like, I don't think I'd ever emotionally recover from seeing it objectively.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Your
Wow.
girlfriend's like, no, it's really good. I even made a fan page for it. Share it with my friends.
And you're like, this is the last time I date 6 12-year-old girls.
That's such a good point about seeing your penis objectively.
Yeah.
Because it's sometimes they're
Mm.
you could. So I sort of had this thought, sometimes you don't even really know what you look like. You look in the mirror,
Yeah.
you're always seeing yourself front on.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll be at whenever I've got a family gathering, my dad loves taking candid photos of people around the party and then sends it to everyone. And I'll see a photo of me from the back left behind. I'm like, is that what I fucking look like? Are you kidding me? I thought I had a strong jaw. I had no idea I have no jawline. When I just look in the mirror, I'm like, yeah, I look all right, front on. From every other angle, I look like fucking dog shit.
It's crazy. I'm always whenever I see a photo of me, I'm like, oh dang, who's that fat guy? Who's that really fat guy?
So that's what you'd have with
You're like, who's that black guy?
that's what you'd have with your dick. You've only seen your penis from this angle. You'd be like,
Yeah.
that's what my penis looks like from the side.
Imagine it's
Yeah.
just on a table and it's just yeah, no, that's your penis.
Yeah,
You'd be like,
fucking
what?
hell. I thought I had a 15-inch penis. How's this possible? How's this humanly possible?
Yeah, my sister took photos of me from her car as I was like walking out of an airport and trying to find her car.
Yes.
And like I see these photos and it literally looks like I'm walking out of a courtroom, you know, like the press shots.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. Let's get to one more of these and then we'll let you run.
Yeah, because you got a spot to do soon.
Oh, worst cringe. Did you ever have a big cringe moment in school?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I think
Oh.
so. Let me just run through all the cringe moments I had in school.
There's a few.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The worst one was actually ties back to the ladies as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
It
My
usually
first
does.
girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it would be a funny idea to go up to her at recess. I think we're in year 7. Probably too old. I should have known better by year 7 to do this.
Yeah.
I went up to her and I thought it'd be funny to get down on one knee and then tie my shoelace and then get up and then like ask her out or something.
Funniest thing in the world.
No, it sucks. Although they did do that on The Office, I saw.
How did it go?
In real life or on The Office?
In the real life.
Well, like a crowd gathered around. You know, there was a lot of talk. You know, people murmuring, "Oh, Ben's gonna ask her out at recess."
Is this how you meant to? Is this how just kids were asking each other out, getting
I guess
down on one knee?
Not the one knee, but I think it was like a weird formal thing. Like you have to approach her and be like, "Would you like to go out with?"
I've already
me?"
asked for your dad's permission.
Yeah.
Because, how does it play out? Like, there's no universe in which she's like, oh, that's funny and cool. It's
No.
just a weird thing to do.
Yeah, it
Like, I'm going
sucks.
to pretend to marry you. Just kidding. I'm doing the shoelace. Nah, I am
Yeah.
actually, do you want to go out?
Yeah, actually, no. Do you want to get married? Should we actually go straight to
ring.
marriage? Yeah.
$10,000.
And then like,
Where do you get this money from?
What about just giving your child's like, yeah, I think I like this girl. And you're like,
Someone
yeah.
go ring shopping.
Yeah, I remember when I got married to your mother when we were 11.
yeah. He got down on one knee, did the fake tie shoelace thing.
And we harassed this tennis coach afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then it's like, I was just so like bad with women and still am that like I asked her out and then I guess we were going out technically, but then like I never spoke to her.
You don't in school.
Yeah. I
Wait,
just,
so you did it. You got down on one knee. You were too scared. To
but
do
it's
the
also
bit.
like asking her out. It's like, it's not like we're going to fucking go to get a
Fuck.
fucking pizza or something. You know, it's like,
Fucking fuck.
I booked a hotel.
yeah. It's not like I'm actually asking her out to like go out. It was more like, I guess we're officially girlfriend and boyfriend, but then I won't speak to you for 2 weeks, and then she ended it.
Oh, she ended it.
She ended it.
Her life.
She killed herself because she was really upset about the shoelace thing. It's like, in hindsight, that was very rude. What you did.
Imagine that. She's like, yeah, we're ending this relationship. You're like, why? It's like, well, you haven't talked to me in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of can't really. Doesn't work like that.
And you won't stop molding clay penises. But we might let you run then, man.
Yeah, we'll let you run. It's been a fun one.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
It's been
that was
absolutely
awesome.
hilarious.
It was a hoot.
Yeah, honestly, we'd love to have you back whenever you got
Yeah.
time.
Right now.
Yeah, right
Let's
now.
record it. Let's record another one.
Let's start episode 2. Hey, so we're back again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been sick, man. All right, well, thanks for listening, everyone. And subscribe to the Patreon.
Fuck. Yeah,
You got a
subscribe to the
Patreon, huh?
Yeah, I
We
keep
got a
forgetting
Patreon.
people about the Patreon,
Yes.
but we've got it.
I'm going to get one of those.
Yes. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.